Hi everyone, Nikhil here for Technical Hub, and Windows 11 brings a lot of new visual changes and refinements to Windows overall, and I thought we had go over all the major changes and features as many of you have requested since the Windows 11 Insider preview has been released. Now this will be available a free update to Windows 10 user later this year as long as you meet the system requirements. Now these requirements could change as a quite few people have been upset about them since they don't necessarily have all of these requirements, but Windows 10 runs just fine, and those requirements are 1 gigabyte or faster CPU, 4 gigabyte of RAM, 64 gigabyte of storage, secure boot TPM 2.0 support, as well as compatible graphics. So if you meet those requirements, you should be good to go. Now I am currently running this on my laptop. Now the first thing obviously is a major change in the start menu or start bar is in the middle of the display, look like a MacBook. Now this can be customized or changed back to the left hand side if you prefer that, but this works great if you have an ultra wide monitor setup. So that's been updated in Windows 11. They have also added rounded edges to everything. So if we click on the start, for example, you will see the corners are rounded. There is some nice sort of shadowing going on behind to give some depth, and this look more like an Android app launcher for where you have your pinned apps here with some new icons design as well. And then also if you want to see all of your apps, click on all apps button. Now you can scroll through all of your apps alphabetically, so that's an updated changes and something they have updated with the start menu itself. There is no more title, for example. Below you have a recommended things you may have opened recently, and again you click on more and see more of that information or more different recommended applications you might have opened or documents you also have restart or shut down, for example. Now on the home screen you can see that we have a nice background. There is some new themes, I will show you that in a moment, but with the icons such as Microsoft Team, which is also new and installed on every Windows 11 PC. So we will right click and you will see it's updated just a little bit. You have a cut, you have copy, you also have renamed them, delete. So this is updated like you would expect with the theming to match the rounded corners and also your obvious different properties and things like that related to this specific application. So just like you would expect, that hasn't changed much, it's just a visual overhaul. Now the next icon, as you can see, is search. If I click on search, you will see that we have type of search and then you have your top apps and recent and things like that. So just like you would expect before your recent searches are things you have opened, and as you can see we have control panel all of the old ways to form a small icon to category, for example. You can do that, so that haven't removed any of these yet. They are still here if you prefer that, but they have just visually overhauled everything to make it a little bit easier to use. Now the next thing here, if we click on this, we have multiple desktop. We can create a new desktop, for example, with a different background and theme or different applications, or we can close that out and switch between them very easily, so that you have that options too as well, just to switch between multiple desktop. So if you prefer to use your computer that way, you can use it. The next icon is visit. They are bringing visit back to Windows, and so as you can see I have the weather, visit, suggestions, calendar and sport, and then you can customize the size of these with a small, medium or large, or remove them. So if we go into the Microsoft Ads, for example, and within ads we will go home. If we hover over the maximize bar, these are all snap layouts that are the most commonly used layout. Now just like before, we can drag the windows up to the top to make it full screen. We can drag it back, drag it to the left to snap it to the left or right. All of those things are still here, but the most commonly used layout are available here. So maybe we want to go to the far left with the with this one, then well, open up Chrome and maybe hover over this, put it in the top right, and then maybe open up for Microsoft Store, and we will put this on the bottom right you like. And also the layout is recommended if you connect an external monitor, for example. So me you have, that's been updated just a little bit. Now the next thing you can see down here is the file explorer, that's been updated just a little bit to match what we had before, with the rounded corner for example, and the newer icon. Everything you would expect is still here through, and also setting has been dramatically changed and much easier, I think. So instead of the control center, you have setting, and you can see all of you setting here now. Now you can access everything the old way as well if you are used to that, but on the left you have everything organized by Bluetooth and devices, network, internet. And if we click on the clock and date here in the bottom right, we have our notification like we would expect, and then there is a little bit updated volume icon. If we click on that, we have some larger button for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, for example. Again, all updated with the rounded corner just to match the overall theme, nice animation throughout. So you have those options. Also you have security panel where it shows security at a glances. So this is very much like we had in Windows 10. So this is all about the new Windows 11. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed already though, please subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like as always. Thanks for watching. This is Nikhil. I'll see you next time.